This is Soul Session.
On Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York, there sits a Dutch colonial home with shattered windows that seem to stare back at you. To the neighbors, it was just another house on a quiet street. But behind those walls, something sinister was waiting. 6 lives were ended in one night. 6 voices silenced forever. But according to some, death wasn't the end of the story. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, hoping to build a new life. What they found instead was a nightmare. A house that seemed alive, breathing, watching, tormenting. To this day, the Amityville house stands as one of the most chilling mysteries in American history. Part true crime, part ghost story, and all terror.
Did you guys get to do, like, as much as you wanted on this case as we did the last time?
I did.
Rachel did.
One of the Warrens' most famous cases was none other than Amityville. This case is one of the most well-known haunting and demonic activity. But before we discuss the reported activity in the house, let's look at where it all began, the murders of the DeFeo family. On November 13th, 1974, 23-year-old Ronald Butch DeFeo Jr. burst into a bar near his home at 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York. Butch was screaming that his parents had been shot. He claimed to not have been home when the shootings occurred, and that he came home to the gruesome scene. All of the victims were found face down in their beds with their hands raised above their heads. By November 14th, 1974, Butch DeFeo confessed to the murders. He stated, "Once I started, I just couldn't stop." Defense was that he heard demons commanding him to commit the murders. His attorneys argued for an insanity defense. Just over a year after the murders, in December of 1975, George and Kathy Lutz and their 3 children moved into 112 Ocean Avenue. At a reduced price of $80,000, the couple thought it was a steal. But just 28 days later, the family fled the home, leaving all of their belongings behind. New York's Channel 5 News contacted Ed and Lorraine Warren when they were preparing for a special on haunted houses. They were ultimately asked to investigate the house. The Warrens accepted the invitation, not seeking recognition or compensation. Lorraine believed the home was not just haunted, but a portal. The book and subsequent movies embellished the Lutz's story, causing the validity of their story to be questioned. Even the Warrens were accused of being a part of the hoax, despite never receiving any payment for their work on the case. None of the owners of the house after the Lutzes reported any activity. In an interview in 1998, Ed Warren was quoted saying, "Amityville was real. The entity that inhabited that house was one of the most dangerous we faced. That others didn't feel it doesn't mean it wasn't there. Evil is intelligent, it hides, and above all, it waits." Was the Amityville haunting a true nightmare,